All right, we're in Springfield today with Kellie Revoir talking about Ask Me 3. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, first one, you were kind of born into a real estate family,
yes.
right? So what made you decide, or not decide at first, to be in real estate, and then how'd you get there?
Well, I didn't really want to be. I fought Linda, my mother, tooth and nail to get into real estate. And actually, I went to college and got a business degree and an accounting degree to get me as far away from real estate as I could go. And I had a career for 13 years working in a cabling company and did not like it. Didn't like sitting behind a desk all day, so I quit. And then my mother wanted me to be her admin until I figured out what I was going to do for the rest of my life. And then she convinced me to get my license, and then that kind of turned into where we are today. But it's very natural. I feel like I was a boomerang. Like I went out and kind of wanted to spread my wings and not, ride her coattails, and then she sucked me right back in.
It seems like there's a lot of people that their parents were in real estate that they do the same thing. And yeah. I'm a recovering accountant as well, so you don't seem like that's your personality.
No, but I feel like when you are raised with entrepreneurial parents, it's a natural thing, right? So I saw them work all the time and hard workers, and then you just kind of become one, and feel like hopefully my boys want to do the same thing, to be entrepreneurs in life, because for me, I think it's the best decision.
Yeah.
That we can make. And I feel like if your parents are working your traditional, Monday through Friday 8 to 5 job, then that is kind of what's expected of you too. So that's
a good story. Yeah.
What is the most important risk that you took, and why?
Well, I just told you I'm an accountant, a recovering accountant. So I'm not a risk taker. I'm more calculated. So I evaluate everything that we're doing and then make the decision that I think is best for the company. So probably the biggest risk we took in 07, 08, 09, when the market was so bad, we took a risk and closed a bunch of offices and consolidated and made our offices bigger but more efficient. And that, you get that feeling in your gut, like, am I making the right decision or not? And it was really hard because we had to lay some really good people off, and we had to do some different things, but it created energy within those offices by making them larger. And it really set us up that once we got to 13, when the market really started coming back, we were a lot more profitable, and the agents had a lot better synergies within the offices. Mm-hmm. They could help each other. And one of the things, and it's so evident down here in the Springfield office, is those offices become a family. You help each other out. You do things for each other. And that's the kind of culture we always want within all of our offices. And by having more agent, that really helps that. So it was a risk. It was the right thing to do at the time, and it turned out that was the right thing for the company long term. Okay, so you mentioned your mom is on your team, and you guys are leading this team. How many people do you have on your team now?
17, 18.
17, 18.
Yeah.
Over 50 million last year.
Yep.
What's your goal this year?
In little old Springfield, Missouri.
That's right.
Our average price point, I think, was in the 160s. So
Wow.
for anybody that says over 50, because I know you've got some pretty heavy hitters up in Kansas City, that 50 million is like 18 houses, which does not happen here. So we had to sell 286 houses in order to get 52 million.
So being with your mom, how do you balance each other's strengths and weaknesses to make, to lead the team to 60, 70 million?
Mm-hmm. That's a really good question. So when her and I first got involved together, it was, we fought, but opposites attract, and I am very much like my father, and who she's married to, so she's kind of used to dealing with my personality. So that was easier probably for her than it was for me. But one of the things that her and I are very, very good at is communicating well. And because family is we've always just had a family business, we can separate that, or we're not mad at each other for days, right? So at first it was kind of hard. I remember we were up, Floyd Wickman, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were up at a Floyd Wickman conference in Detroit, I think is where we were, and we kind of had a knockdown, drag out, slam the hotel door, and just screaming match, and that kind of broke the ice, right, that we had at the time. And we know each other's strengths. So Linda is way more patient than me. Everybody, You just talked about the culture of ReeceNichols here in Springfield, and I truly believe that she is a big part of that. It's interesting that you had said that, because I just spoke with an agent that was with us and then has gone off to another agency and is coming back because she said she broke her teeth in real estate in the culture here at our office, and she has been searching for that ever since, and she's gone to 2 of their different places over the last 2 or 3 years, and she's not found it. And so she's coming back solely because of our culture, and I feel Linda's a huge part of that, because she's always so giving and willing to I don't know, she's just awesome, right? So she's definitely more patient, probably a lot more approachable than I am, to be honest, with a lot of things. And I'm pretty driven, and when I get a goal in mind, I'm wanting to run with it, and sometimes that can be dangerous as well. I am a huge risk taker, and she is just the opposite. That's where we struggle with probably the most, I would say, is that when I make a decision, I want it done yesterday. And when she makes a decision, now we have to mill on it for a few months, which irritates me. But there's always love there. And we both have our strengths. I'm younger, so I'm good with technology, and she's better with teaching and the patience, and she answers her phone 24/7, and sometimes I just shut mine off. So we kind of know that. Our team knows that. Depending on where we are, what our agents might be struggling with, they kind of know who to contact based on the type of clients.
That's awesome. That's a great partnership then.
It really is.
Yeah.
We play good cop, bad cop very well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's fun working with her every day. We have fun together. Okay, so, what is the best piece of advice somebody has ever given you?
So my father was principal of a high school in Kansas City, and then he spent the last 10 years of his career at St. Joseph's Hospital in Kansas City as a chief operating officer. And I can remember him saying this one day, is like, treat everybody the same. He said, as I walk through the hospital, the doctors will want to talk to me, but I want to talk to the nurses and the food staff people and the people that are cleaning the hospital, because those are the people who are the heart of the organization. And I truly believe and live by that. I love going through our corporate office. If you came and sat outside and saw our daily activities, and it's been hard the last year because most people have been working at home. Mm-hmm. I'm out talking to people, joking around, creating the culture at the corporate office that we're all in this together. We want to have fun. If we all won $10 million in the lottery, would we all be there? Probably not. But as long as we're there, let's make work fun. And that's a joy for me to get to know everybody. I try to know the majority of our agents' names, and I know all our employees' names, except for during COVID. We're on a Zoom call the other day, and I was like, I don't know that person, and I don't know that person. So we start back in the office in a couple weeks, and I can't wait to see everybody and meet the new people. So I've always lived by that. Treat everybody the same and with respect, and that's a great way to build a company.
Absolutely it is. That's got to be one of the best things I think that you can do.
Okay, so a lot of people know you in Springfield. Mm-hmm. What's the one thing that people don't know about you? So
this was a challenge for me, and I'm really grateful that you gave me these questions up front. And so I kind of did a poll to our team, and they think that, it's so dumb, they think that the most unique part that a lot of people don't know about me is I attend a lot of conferences for Club Wealth and different companies. I attend a lot of conferences, and they might be 3 or 4 day conferences, and I have learned to pack all of my pretty stuff in a little carry-on bag so that I don't have to check in my luggage.
Can you come teach my wife how to do that?
I can teach a lot of people how to do that. I learned it from my mom. So, because I think the first time that we ever went to any type of a conference, I was the one that was, she said, you have to check in your luggage. And so I have learned, I probably am on a plane, 10 times a year, 6 to 10 times a year. So I have learned how to cram all of that in there very well.
So what's your secret?
Minimalist. I don't need all of my hair products. I only wash my hair once every other day, and the shampoo and conditioner at the hotel works just fine.
So do you roll your stuff, or do you have folded a different?
Dresses are fantastic because it's like one outfit. So it's one whole outfit right here, and and I look pretty, and you have to look pretty, and you don't have to look pretty wearing a whole bunch. You don't need a jacket to go over your blouse to go with your pants, and one pair of jeans will last you 3 or 4 days.
I think you should start a consulting service. Like, you'd make a lot of money helping. Well, my wife would be the first client, so you'd help a lot of people.
Like max 2 shoes. You can find plenty of outfits to fit the 2 shoes, and the bigger ones just bring with you, or wear them on the plane. Like I wear a lot of cowboy boots when I go out because I have to support Missouri.
Right.
So I do a lot of dresses and cowboy boots. I have 1 pair of boots that I wear usually on the plane with me, and like 2 or 3 dresses, and boom. I mean, my whole outfit for the whole week, and everybody thinks that I spent a lot of time trying to look that way and pack that way. It just no.
That's great. That's great.
Okay, last question. Are you ready? Drum roll.
Yes.
All right. This is actually I'm really interested to hear your answer on this. And I hope that you put a lot of thought into this answer because I'm really curious here. So what do you think, next 5 years, what do you think some of the biggest challenges are going to be in the real estate world?
Well, I think real estate will always be met with challenges because the outside world, people who are not in real estate, first of all, think it's easy, right? We see HGTV and you just sell a house, and the real estate agent's job is not easy. But I think there are always going to be disruptors in this industry, whether that's Zillow coming in, or I think the one thing I worry about is someone like a Google or an Amazon coming into this business. People look at this, there's 5.8 million houses sold last year in the United States. They want to monetize that. How do you make all this money from it? And what people don't understand, that real estate starts with you, with our agents delivering great service and great care to our clients. And that's one thing that none of the disruptors that are coming in the market can replace. They can't do relationships. And so I worry about that stuff. I worry about Google and Amazon just because of the money that's behind them and what they can do. I worry about Zillow, but at the end of the day, if I can continue to push our agents to deliver great service, great quality service. You just talked about an agent that left and is coming back because they're not getting what they got from here at other brokerages because of what we deliver, and we've got to hit that high bar, right? When you see the ReeceNichols sign, people know they're going to get quality agents, they're going to get quality service, and they're backed by Berkshire Hathaway. And if something happens, we'll make it right. That's not the case of anybody else. And so, while I'm not sure what the future holds, because if you would have said last March that we were going to have a record year and that your team was going to do 50 million, you'd probably said I'm crazy because we're in the middle of a pandemic, but it happened because we do the right stuff every single day. And as long as I can continue to convince everybody that that's the right way to go and that we're going to treat everybody with kid gloves and make that transaction the most special transaction, one of the most difficult things people do, buy and sell their house, and we're going to treat it with utmost care, we're going to be fine. Because people, over the last 15 years I've been in this business, the thought process or how people perceive realtors keeps going up and up and up because people are becoming more and more aware that their house is their castle, that their house is important, that their house is one of their major investments, and that if we have a good agent like you, they're going to win. They're going to win in their purchase, and then you're going to help them all through that transaction until the time they sell, and they'll win when they sell.
Yeah,
so
relationships.
It really didn't answer your question, but
that
I can't worry about the outside forces. All I can worry about what we can control.
I think it's hard. That's a hard question. I mean, none of us have a crystal ball.
No.
Nobody would have predicted 2008, 2007.
No one would have predicted a pandemic, right? But we have a pandemic, and then people decide house is important, home is important, and how do I make my home different? And maybe I don't like my house. Maybe I'm not going to be able to travel as much as I used to ever again. And so home becomes even more special. And that's why I'm so energetic when I get up every day, because I get to go help you and other agents deliver that value to our clients, and that's better than selling a widget or selling something that maybe you don't really believe in. I believe in this, and it is special.
I love it. I feel like when we are addressing our team and we talk to them a lot about what sets us apart, what sets our team apart from other teams in our market, it is the fact that we're very relationship based. You know, we try to make it as easy on the client as possible.
Yes.
And I mean, we are therapists.
Yes.
Actually, I had one of my clients yesterday morning say, "Are you a therapist all the time?" I said, "Yeah, pretty much. That is what we do."
Yeah.
Just listen to them, break down, and
It's too important not to be.
And yeah, it's necessary. It really is.
Right. Well, Kellie, thank you for
Yeah,
joining me.
absolutely.
It was great to get to know you a little bit better,
Yeah.
and good luck in the rest of 2021.
Thank you.
right.
Thanks for having me.
You bet.